Welcome back to Captain's Quadrant in this spectacular foray into moobs and other things in the terrible aspects of Star Trek that put us in agony. In fact, the name of this show is The Agony Booth. And with me this week are our returning co-hosts, our staples, if you will, in the terror that is the terrible Star Trek. That's So Jason and Jason's hairy protruding moob. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me in the Agony Booth, watching for this week Angel One for the Next Generation.
Believe me, the pleasure is all yours.
Yeah, totally. I'm so happy to see some moobs today that aren't my own. All right, well, let's kick into it.
Should we have a look at the synopsis?
Yes, let's look at the synopsis. Angel 1, Season 1, Episode 14 of Star Trek The Next Generation. Riker, Troy, Data, and Yar beam down to a planet ruled by a matriarchal government in the hopes of locating a missing fighter crew. That's the on record. Now we're going to swing over to Jason with the protruding hairy moob, who's going to give us the actual synopsis of this episode.
Oh, the one that I wrote? Because I'll be honest, my screen is froze up and everybody's like in place right now, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the one that you wrote.
Okay, so if you did not get enough racism in Code of Honor, perhaps you would like a heaping helping of late 80s misogyny with Angel 1, an episode written by a bunch of old white men in which they portray a matriarchy and then say, "Oh, that'd never work." And I would like to know, why is the Enterprise crew so surprised by the idea of a matriarchy anyway? By this point in the season, they've encountered space jellyfish, engines that run on the power of imagination, evil twin brothers, and non-binary binaries. But matriarchy invited endless fascination and commentary on the bridge. Is the idea of a female-led society really more interesting and unbelievable than an omnipotent cosplayer or a big-eared monkey man? They're acting like this is the most unbelievable thing in the entire universe, but then again, in Star Trek's 56 years, we have yet to see a female-led society that was not corrupt, barbaric, or deplorable in some way.
And there you go. That's the real
that's the real
out of the
synopsis.
gate
Synopsis
with both
and review
guns
all in one.
blasting.
Yeah. Oy. Let's get into it. WTF. That was definitely.
He was wearing a similar. Oh, what was he calling him? Similar rags by the end, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was messed up at the end.
Almost as much nudity as Riker gave in this episode.
Yeah, got a little Picard leg.
Maybe not quite as enjoyable, though.
Wait, is that frog?
Can I
legs?
just put this out there though before we even start anything?
Yeah.
There's a lot of this week.
Yeah,
a lot of
that.
I have to.
I mean, Riker thought he was going to solve the world's problems with his penis in this episode. He was like, "Don't worry, I'm going to give you the Riker maneuver."
I don't know what's going on, to be honest. For some reason, I'm not seeing the transitions on this end, so you guys are just like having all the fun. I am, as usual, clueless, and it's
Nice.
fine. That's the way I like to be.
All right. Well, I mean, let's get into it. That's So Jason, what did you think? What did we just watch?
We watched an episode that was kind of, like I said, it really is from another era, isn't it?
Yeah.
This episode.
And it should not have been. It should not have been. This should have died out back in the 70s.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. Yes, like it should have. But the fact of the matter is, you had the same writers. Like at this point, still a lot of the same writers and influences from the original series, with their kind of old school views doing this stuff. And yeah, look, it's I don't know if I hate this episode. It's just it means nothing to me. It's meh. It's like it's hollow. It doesn't give me an emotion either way. It's more disappointing.
Yes.
Than it angers me. It's
Yes.
more like, really, you went down that pathway. Okay, you've made a matriarchal society, but yeah, they're horny all the time, and they just want to, they're diplomatically, they're barbaric.
Right.
So their society is based on, well, if the female's running, they're going to go straight to having a very absolute almost socialist, violent society. That's what they're going to go for. So it's just disappointing in the way it's written, and the performances. That I think it's Karen Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
I think who played the beta.
Yeah.
Just man, watching her for me was like watching fingernails or hearing fingernails going down a blackboard. I really struggled. So, yeah, there's a lot, like I said, really to feel disappointed about it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Most definitely, yes, and I completely agree. Just a very, I wouldn't say it's a bad performance. It's just she did not want to be there. I think it's one of those.
Did she not want to be there? Did she not want to be in that wardrobe where it was like some type of faux Japanese?
I think a little bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah, it was just all right, Mr. Moon.
Yeah,
let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I gave my thoughts. Aside from the just rampant, low-key misogyny, it's never like obvious the misogyny in this episode, but it is there. Just the whole way that the society was treated. Aside from that, I honestly don't think that this episode showed Picard in his best light.
No.
Because he was either in two modes in this episode, either inept or overly aggressive. And he shows his ineptitude in the very first scene whenever they are literally entering into orbit of Angel 1. He's so totally clueless about the society of this planet that
Angel 1 has evolved into a constant
insist that he ask Data as they enter orbit of the planet, "What's this planet like?" Which of course Data gets to answer him, and we learn all about Angel 1. And then he goes on to say that Starfleet insists that they maintain a healthy diplomatic tie to this planet that he knows nothing about. He seems so absolutely clueless in this episode. And as I said, if he's not clueless, if he's not inept, then he's overly aggressive because he just screams at Dr. Crusher at one point whenever she tells him, "Oh, we have a virus on board." He starts yelling at her.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's not her fault. She's the one trying to stop it. I mean, he's just a complete knob to everyone on the ship. Even he's like, "Wesley, how dare you throw snow in that holodeck program full of snow that was made for children? We don't do that here on the Enterprise."
There it is. You just hit me with snow, you little bastard.
Yes. Which I have to admit, for a set that we only saw for a combined total of 10 seconds, that Alpine set looked really good.
Yeah, it really did.
And they didn't do things with computers back then. They weren't using a blue screen. They literally built a little Alpine village and did a backdrop and everything. And
Can I point this out with this?
No.
Yeah,
this is my turn. No, go ahead.
Wait, they're going to go in there now, all right? They're going to go in there. And this has always bugged me since I've seen it. But come on, Will, that's the worst throw I've ever seen. And that's how you know they built that little alcove, because that was tiny. That was the size of a closet.
I bet you that was most of the budget for the episode, too.
Although you've got to admit the idea that they used actual ice to hit Picard with was pretty impressive, because they could have just easily used that fake snow. But nope, they used the real stuff, and I was like, hey.
I'm wondering if Patrick Stewart did not know about that, because the look on his face, he looked pretty pissed.
He really did. Maybe it wasn't Picard. Maybe it was just Patrick Stewart. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Well, I think before you go into your next point, I think Picard is not Picard in this episode.
He's Patrick Stewart.
He's not behaving the same way. It's like he's in a different show in this episode.
And it's can be said for other characters as well, but some of them it works. For example, Worf is almost a mentor to Geordi in this episode.
Right.
And I thought that was a really nice touch. And then, Tasha and Troy down on the planet, they were terrible. Mm-hmm. But
this is the episode.
I kind of like the fact that Tasha was fun in this episode, and she was laughing and giggling, and I was just thinking, it's really a shame we did not see more of that from Denise Crosby. Not Denise Crosby, from the writers of this show, because Tasha was fun in this episode. She was not known for being, Miss Personality, but in this episode, I liked how she was, giggling and making fun of Riker and kind of flirting with him a little bit. And I wish we could have seen more of that. But yeah, everybody was kind of out of character.
I'm going to hop into the comments really quick because there's some good stuff here. Jack Palin says, I remember this. Thanks, Jack.
I remember you, Jack Palance.
Those one-arm push-ups during the Oscars. Yeah. That was amazing.
I was in agony waiting for the show to start because the show is hilarious. If you don't know, my name is translated from that. That's my mom. You got her with that Pornhub pop-up. She thought she was watching the wrong channel. Whoopsie. And then my personal favorite, Wesley Crusher looked like leftovers in foil with that outfit.
Oh my gosh,
this is a very 80s outfit.
Yeah,
did you notice that poor extra who was with him the entire time? That poor kid who never got to say a line.
Yeah.
You see him twice.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah, he's just like, we just pegged the captain with a snowball. I'm going to be quiet so he doesn't notice me, and nobody does. So he's basically
that's right.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And then he's in sickbay, and then he's just laying on a bio bed. We never found out if that poor kid lived or died, but I'm guessing
dead.
he probably died.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah,
did anybody actually die in this episode, though?
That kid did, for sure.
Okay. Picard showed up with a pillow and just kind of finished him off like, be quiet, please. No, it's okay. Don't scream. You're not being paid to scream. Just
not only did he die, his career died with this episode.
But there are two shows going on here, and there are two plot lines. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, two plot lines.
We had the A plot and the B plot. Both of them were terrible.
I mean, they're dealing with the pandemic. See, Star Trek is again ahead of the game. They're dealing with a pandemic before. We got our next one, 20, 30 years. Space COVID, yes.
So I was going to call it space herpes, but okay.
No, nobody got boils.
I know, wrong movie.
Space herpes. This one was terrible. I thought that, when I was rewatching it at first, it was like, okay, that's pretty cool. We got like a woman-run planet. That's cool. But then it was like, it just went into all these tropes, and you're just like, wait a minute, what is going on here?
And then written by old white men.
Yeah, and it was blatantly obvious.
I mean, because that's the thing, is that this is a clear, probably conscious attempt from their perspective,
right,
to write an episode and flip the script and go, we'll give women all the power, and aren't we progressive?
Right.
And now looking back on it, that is one of the most sexist bits of story, like intentionally trying to not be sexist. And it becomes one of the most sexist, probably, arcs in Star Trek ever done.
Yeah. And this is also the episode where I think Denise Crosby was like, I got to get out of this. Because...
You reckon she's done it this spot? Probably.
This was I think you can tell...
Episode, what, 14?
14,
16?
yeah. And the look on her face was like, blob monster, kill me, please,
Did anybody notice they had a planet in this episode called Armus that they referenced in dialogue?
Oh,
yeah. It was like, we need to go to Arma 7. I was like, Arma 7? What?
Sorry, I've forgotten the link. What's the link? Why should
that Armus was the black blob monster that killed.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess they were like, well, we got to kill off Tasha. Did we use the word Armus yet? We used it in that one sexist episode. We'll use it again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's a good one. And it's ironic because this is, you can see in her acting, this is where she checked out.
Yeah.
She was like, fuck this. I don't want to do this no more. Get me out of here. All right, let's move on. Why would you do that?
There's nothing there.
He's like, oh my, put that finger in my mouth. Oh,
really?
Again, I'm not seeing these transitions, so I have no idea. Every time a transition comes up, my screen freezes. Right now, my screen is frozen again.
Oh, does it?
Oh, bastards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every time I'm playing the clip tonight, it's just freezing for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just I'm not seeing any of it.
Well, you just make sure you watch it. Just go back and watch it so that you can see what happens.
Watch it. Yes, I will. I want to see my own move.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And I love that you have enough typing so that we don't get banned. So that the move doesn't happen. It's like perfectly placed. Very brilliant man. Very brilliant man.
Yes, I admit I am quite talented. Thank you. Oh, we're moving again. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So what was the bad and confusing part of this episode? All right, to me, I'm gonna jump us off on this one. You've got this colony split where the woman falls in love with the crashed spaceman, and she defies her whole culture by joining up with him. And what confused me was, hey, we'll just get you off the ship. It was offered initially, and they were like, no, we want to stay. I want to stay. And then later on, I was like, you know what? Let's just go with you. It was like, well, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
There
was no consistency with any of the characterizations here. Completely. I mean, Riker comes down, it's like, we can't interfere with anything in your society because that's our highest rule. And then whenever they're all about to get executed after they killed the vase, that really nice vase, and they just killed it for no reason. Don't you have like a plant or like something's trash you don't want? No, let's take this really expensive vase. Look how we kill things. That was a gift from my mother. What are you doing? Yeah, after they're getting ready to kill the prisoners, Riker's like, get ready to beam them all up. What about the Prime Directive? No one cares. Just beam them up.
Yeah, he pulled Janeway took all her notes from this episode for sure.
The thing is, like, Riker from season 3, season 4 does not behave like.
No.
Like, he doesn't go, oh, and by the way, I'm staying here, so you go and do this. I'm gonna go get some booty.
I'll save this with my penis. That's this whole episode.
Diplomatic duty.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no way does the Riker we know behave like that.
No, they were trying to make him like this
Kirk.
is Kirk, but he's 80s edgy.
Right. And he's got his breast out. Let's go. His move.
Do you know how many times, and I think I've got the clip here, so bear with me, how many times he does this in the
Neutral
episode?
zone before it is too late.
After relieving Lieutenant LaForge, I computed the length.
It's that stance, isn't it? It's the leg up on the chair maneuver with the elbow.
The Riker maneuver.
Yes.
You got two of them in this.
It's just like it is soaked throughout this episode.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to indicate that he is on top of that. He is.
We have breaking.
Hey, here we go.
We've got an added. You did
it.
Welcome, Mistress Annie. Thank you for joining us, Mistress.
Fantastic.
So we are at the point. Why would you do that? And this is your moment to
throw
shine.
that away.
Hey,
I'm just
it's Annie.
What did Annie think?
The power of the moob compelled her.
Yeah, don't be.
It is so awesome to see you. Hello.
Hello.
We're so happy to see you, Annie.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. So Annie is taking a break from saving the world to join us in the Captain's Quadrant. We were just going over how awful this episode was, if you haven't figured it out. So just give us some of your thoughts, and then,
Let's just jump right in. Why not?
Get in there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we were discussing in the group chat, we felt like, okay, what would a matriarchal society be like if it was written by a man? And that is essentially this episode, right?
Yeah.
You have the president, who is mistress, not Madam Chancellor or Madam President, or even just president, if you don't want to gender it.
Yeah.
Then you have the men kind of kowtowing in the back, which I'm not sure that would be how that would be if it was written by a woman. And then you've got Riker, who's he's like down for the
everything
outfit, he's totally down for it. And yet you have Troy and Yar giving him a bunch of flack for, I love his comeback though, where he's like, well, I wore feathers on like this other planet. Like, who cares? I'm like, hell yeah, dude, you own that. You own that outfit. Oh man, it's so funny. But yeah, I feel like the whole and then on top of that outfit, right? The Mistress Beata, she totally objectifies the hell out of Riker and basically just like gets him to sleep with her. So I'm like,
yes, I think I think the correct term is snoo.
Yeah. There was some major snoo going on.
I want snoo.
Oh man, yeah. What a wild episode. I had totally forgotten about this until I turned it on and she hands Riker the outfit, and I was like, oh yeah, we're going down this road again.
We've got another word from our sponsor. He's right about the show being down low, misogynistic. God forbid the producers find a female writer in Hollywood, where one can find a female writing by yelling out the window. Hey, you lady, you writer? Hey, come here.
You want to write
wouldn't have
something?
made this-
How many Emmys you got? I don't know, 4. Oh, we're looking for 5. Sorry. Okay, boys, it's still just us.
The thing is, they never would have made this episode 12 months later.
No.
Right.
It's such a product of that specific time period in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Because
you
a
would
year
have.
later, most of those old school writers have been kind of gone too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
well, that, and instead of Yar being down on the planet making fun of Riker's outfit, it would have been Worf.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
that is a very sexy outfit, Commander Riker.
Hey, can we just quickly mention this about Worf?
Start the bridge.
How epic is that sneeze?
I pointed this out on the chat, but I am kind of hard of hearing, so I have to watch television with the captions on, and the captions actually say Klingon sneeze.
Oh, really?
And I love that so much that
That's
the
so
caption
cool.
writer was just waiting for that opportunity, and he thought,
Klingon
"This
sneeze.
is my time." Klingon sneeze.
Klingons.
It was actually the part of the episode that I liked the most.
Wow. Klingon sneeze.
Reminds me of First Contact when they're like, Klingons don't do anything small, do you?
Yeah.
And,
I wonder, with 2 of them, do you think that Worf pees a little when he sneezes?
he
I'm just
probably does.
throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he's got to clench both of them off, and it's just kind of, I don't know.
I just had an image of Worf wearing like a brief underneath his tiny little.
You think he's a
Starfleet
brief rather than
uniform.
Boxer Man? Yeah.
How old was Worf when he was adopted? Was he like a toddler? Was he toilet trained? Because the Rozhinkos was probably surprised when they went to go change that diaper, going, "Oh, there's 2! What the?"
Absolutely.
Can you imagine potty training a toddler Klingon? Wow.
I will poop
Oh,
here.
yeah.
No, Worf, there is no honor in pooping your pants. Honor? No honor.
No, in the toilet. Oh, the Rashenkos. Riker is the great-grandchild of Captain Morgan, the guy that discovered rum.
I am not the least bit surprised. by
That's
that.
why he stands
I like
with
it.
one leg all the time. That makes a
That's
lot
right.
of sense. You just
get it
filled a
now.
great mystery. Yeah.
And that would also be why he goes up to the leader of that planet going, "Do you have any Riker in you? Would you like some?"
some? Right? Oh, jeez, yeah.
And he's definitely is. Again, another excuse.
Riker's conquest.
Oh,
Season
Yeah,
one.
and like, there's a perfect spot. If I was to do a fan edit of this episode, I know exactly where to put that clip. Exactly. Like to the millisecond. It's a
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
edit. Kind of heads towards this. Yeah.
So funny.
All right, let's hop on over to the impossible section of our show, especially for this episode, redeeming features.
It looks like gold. Tastes like gold.
It is gold.
I have some redeeming stuff to talk about.
Oh,
Really?
I
You
do.
Wow. All right, kick it off, man, because I got.
I like
nothing.
the opening clip. There's a bit right at the beginning, which is my favorite bit. I'm going to play it because I've got the clip, of course.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play it. It goes for
Nice.
18 seconds, and I'll explain why I love it.
Angel One has evolved into a constitutional oligarchy. It is governed by a parliamentary body consisting of 6 elected mistresses and headed by a female they refer to as the Elected One.
It sounds like my own planet.
Klingons appreciate strong women.
It's obviously it's the bit with the Klingon. Yeah, Klingons
Yeah.
appreciate it, but it's the kind of laugh that Picard has. It's
Yeah,
so-
he's like
You would
chuckling.
never see it again in the series. Like
No.
he would
He was
never
like,
have that kind of. "Oh,
What was
you're
that? That
so
was unpleasant. I will
hilarious,
never
Worf."
do it again.
Yeah.
Now you know what
Such
I.
an off-brand
Bring the boy.
character
I must
moment.
yell at him.
I'm wondering if that's part of a blooper that made the cut.
I wonder.
Oh.
Maybe very right.
Kind of like the stormtrooper hitting his head on
I
the...
also
Yeah,
love the
exactly.
explanation by Data in that scene too. The way he describes it.
It was an oligarchy of women. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, giving you their political structure over there.
Yeah.
and How it
Yeah.
works. Done.
The
But did
Lower
you
Decks
also-
crew has got to visit this planet again. They've
Oh,
got to.
100%.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Even if it's
I
just
hope-
like a little cutaway gag, they got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to. But did you also notice, especially early on when they're talking to Data in this episode, they're still at the point where they're starting to listen to him, but they don't give him the respect he deserves, I reckon, at this point.
No.
No, they never
He's
do.
still being asked like he's Siri. Siri, can you
Yeah,
tell me what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
There's no real kind
Siri,
of...
shut
up!
Yeah, Siri, shut up. Like, he goes to say something and Riker cuts him off. And it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. We will arrive at the planet in 3 days, 2 hours, 17... Thank you, Data. You
Yeah.
asked!
Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
I'm sorry for answering your question. I didn't know that would be so inconvenient.
My Miss Virginia gives you some love, Annie. She had the same thought that you did.
There you go.
There you go.
No, there are some like the only other positives I can think of. That
There's a struggle. Look at it. It's like
No,
look,
it was about the
Uh,
43-minute mark. I think is when the episode ended. Yeah,
Oh, that's always a good thing. That is always a good
the
thing.
time. For
Yeah, I think it was 23. Annie, Mistress Admiral
it was
Annie.
a good moment.
Yeah. What's redeeming on this one?
I do like bringing this up. Obviously, it was kind of a double-edged sword, right? So like Riker in his little outfit, I like that he had like the confidence to wear that, right? Jason modeling, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, you need a lot of confidence to wear something like this.
Right? And that like he just
Especially
I know
looking like me.
Riker kind of oozes confidence, but like I also like that he didn't really let the ladies kind of get him down about it. He's like, whatever, like I'm gonna look fabulous and I wore feathers on this other planet. Like
It's true.
he did not give a crap.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, good for you, dude.
Oh man.
Jason giving us the moves.
Yeah.
I look like Men on Film. You guys remember
Yeah,
that?
you do.
from
You
Living
do look.
Color?
I love it. Hate it. Yeah.
I'm Antoine Merriweather, and welcome to Men on Film.
Oh man. All right, Jason. What do you think? What is the redeeming quality? He was like, not me.
I've hit on a couple of things. I actually enjoyed Yar in this episode more than I've enjoyed her in any episode, and that's probably because Denise Crosby was done with it. And she's just like, look, I'm having fun. Forget you people.
Yeah.
I thought that the whole idea of a virus that transmits itself through pleasant smells was actually kind of clever, even though that's not how viruses work. They're a virus when they go into your body already. They don't become a virus when you're in your body. But then again, a writing staff that can't get women right, they're not going to get medicine right either.
And who knew they would be in charge of the government 30 years later during a pandemic? You'd think there would be a show that would get us ready for this.
No, it's okay. You remember that episode of Star Trek where they caught that virus and nobody died?
And nobody wore a mask.
Nobody wore a mask.
No one wore a mask.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm adding the moment when Wesley Crusher pegs Picard in the face of snowball. That's a positive. That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
I
hilarious.
saw that and I was like, oh, that's
There we
good.
go.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. What is this chicanery?
And watching that now for the 5th time, he definitely was not ready for that.
No.
They're like, oh, we're going to
They might have hit him a
snowball.
little bit earlier or something. But
Yeah, they hit him
he
earlier,
seems super
or he
annoyed.
did not expect a real snowball because he was like,
Yeah.
whoa, what just happened?
That's pretty much my list of positives, aside from the unintentional comedy of the names in the episode, because I just thought it was wonderful that they have one alien named Beata, and the rest of them are like, yes, I am Mistress Beata. This is Ariel. This is Trent. Welcome to Angel One.
Yeah.
Why would you call your own planet Angel One?
Yeah, there was no
That would be like
explanation. It was
like us saying, what in the Soul 3 is going on here? I don't understand that. It's a very strange choice.
Yeah.
And of course, Klingon sneeze.
Klingon sneeze.
Klingon
How do you pronounce the villain's name?
Beata.
Beata? I think?
Beata?
Because I just kept saying Beta in my mind because I'm thinking,
Yeah, well, it looks
you know
like Beta.
VHS.
You know,
Yeah.
Beta, Data. You know,
Beata.
Beata. Yeah. For me, I actually did have one positive thing. That was the power of the
Love?
Doctor.
Oh.
No, the power of love. No, the power
Who
of the
saves the whole ship on her own.
Yeah, she needed
Right,
no help.
totally.
Names this one.
Yeah, she was the powerhouse of this episode. She
Yes.
put Picard in his place. She put Worf in his place. She put, everybody in their place. She saved the little children. And the angry guy looking at her because she totally said, I touched that kid, fuck your kid. I have nothing to do with that kid. Somebody else will take care of him. I'm not touching him. All right, I'm coming to you. Here we go. And this is Geordi going, I'm getting sick.
he gets up out of that captain's chair like he's getting off the toilet. Like he's,
Yeah, he
know,
was like,
drunk.
oh,
yeah.
I was here too long looking at TikToks.
That's right.
Oh, no.
Well, in the future they call them tick spocks.
TikToks. Oh, man. But
very
that
cool.
was the only redeeming thing for me. They really put Beverly Crusher in a good light. It was the only good writing they had for her for a while. And, years later, I think she was out of a couple of seasons as well.
Well, I was going to say, by the
Yeah.
end of this season, she's gone.
She's not there. Yeah, she was gone. And
She doesn't come back to season 3.
Right. So
And
it
can
was
you
nice to
blame
see
her.
Yeah, I know.
she probably hated the writing too.
Which, well, it wasn't her decision, to be honest. But I'm sure she had to have breathed a little sigh of relief, thinking, "Oh, wow, maybe I am dodging a bullet."
Yeah.
Our good friend who was supposed to be the other co-host of the show, Becca, wanted to be here. Turns out 8 p.m. EST is 6 p.m. Mountain Time.
Mountain
Yep.
Time.
Ah.
Never mind. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah, don't
We got
worry.
next
it's always
week.
Next week. Yeah, last episode.
Yeah.
Right.
The mood
Yeah.
compels you to join us.
Yes.
I think we got to do it, right?
But at least you can see all this move, Becca. You're not completely lost.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to our favorite section, the Wheel of Agony. That is so
There we
epic
go.
every
I love
time.
it. I love it.
Yeah,
The
the
Wheel of
eyes.
Agony.
I still have more notes though that I want to speed run through whenever we're done
Ooh.
with this though. So
All
Oh,
right.
yeah, absolutely. We're going to go to Aftermath and that.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
go.
That's right.
All right. Did you take
Now,
out the
if you-
ones that we?
Oh boy.
Well, no, what I've done now, just because we've got to up the odds here a little bit. Everything from the last 3 weeks I've pulled off of the wheel. I've now replaced it with Code of Honor.
Why?
Oh, really? Did you?
There are 2
Yeah.
Code of Honors on there.
Yeah, look
Code
at
of Honors,
that.
actually.
3. Yeah. That's
my God,
awesome.
that is-
I think that's
Wow.
the bottom of the pit here.
You're Satan.
Yes.
I salute you,
I think
sir.
we're at the bottom of the pit. We're going to start getting towards that inevitability.
Yeah. All right.
So here we go. Should we start
Let's
the
do
spin
it.
of
Let's
the wheel?
start. Let's go.
Oh, here we go.
We're spinning. We're spinning.
I'm
we're
definitely
spinning.
going to get music to play over the top. I think.
Yeah, we should get some
Maybe
like.
game
Dun
show
dun dun
music.
dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun.
Here we
dun,
go.
Bum,
3, 2, 1, I'm pressing stop.
Dun
Now.
dun.
Spock's
Spock's
brain.
brain.
Wow,
Yes.
no.
Mm.
Oh, that's a bit of a body blow. I'd say that's a probably esophagus.
I think I just ruptured something.
Yeah, like
Wait, is the move okay? The move's fine. It was something else.
Spock's brain, guys.
Spock's brain.
It's
I'm
legendary.
kind of okay with
It's
that.
legendary. That's
Totally
it. It's just
legendary.
it's
Yeah,
legendary.
it's probably the start of when we think of bad Trek. We think of this. I think of this.
I
Yeah.
think even people who don't know Star Trek have
Yeah,
heard the
know
term
this
Spock's
episode.
brain
Yes.
Yeah.
and knows it's not a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
All right, let's move into.
brain. What is brain?
Brain.
And of course,
All right.
Robo Spock.
Yep.
Oh man.
You
Here
know,
we go.
You know they had him dancing the robot at one point.
Right.
That
Oh
was-
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
Spock, slap yourself.
Well, this brings us to the aftermath.
Now, why don't you go back to your quarters? I'll be along shortly to say, Hello.
Nothing like Garrick.
It never fails to make me a little scared and aroused at the same time.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
So much going on. Oh man, let's hear your final thoughts on.
That's right.
Yes, Jason, Harry Petruti.
Let's hear it.
You said you wanted
Oh,
to.
look at that dictionary, bro.
There we go.
Yes, I actually broke the spine of my journal writing about this. So,
Wrote so hard about how horrible this episode was. It's,
Yeah,
the book
so-
is broken.
the misogyny in this episode was rampant. Yar and Troy actually get upset because Riker calls them out for being jelly because Beata is hot and he's going to dinner with her.
That's right.
Yeah.
And how do you like that bit
Yeah, he definitely
after Riker,
Pornhubber.
does the Riker maneuver with Beta, and Trent barges into the room at first without knocking,
Ooh,
and then Data, Troy, and Yar barge into the room.
Yeah, without knocking.
And
yeah.
Riker's just sitting there, and they're looking at him like, Riker, what are you doing? As if it was not obvious.
That's the room, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
There he goes.
I brought your
That
brought your
actor
stream
right there.
can.
That
Yeah.
actor right there, by the way, went on to play the gender-neutral version of Lal in The Offspring.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, that is the
Wow, what
gender-neutral
a
version
deep
of
cut,
Lal.
bro.
Yeah.
And he showed up in a couple of other episodes as well, but unfortunately, this was the only one that he ever got real credit in.
Wow.
And it's like,
And
I
he-
was in that
I had
episode
no
called
idea.
Angel One.
He brought the webcam for the hub.
Yes, he did. Oh,
I brought
wow.
your webcam, mistress.
What a lame diplomatic gift that was. It's like,
What,
is
Riker's
this?
penis?
It's a meditation ball. It's a
Oh.
nightlight, Riker.
Yeah,
You
we
gave her a
got-
nightlight.
It's a nightlight.
Yeah. Did you press the button on it? Because if you press the button, this would have come up.
You are way too fond of that. I do have another positive. It just hit me. Whenever Data is looking at the perfume and they have to explain to him what it is, and there's that's interesting. And then Trent comes in and just picks it up and just sprays it on himself. I actually thought that was clever. I thought I got it, man. I give him that. Let's see. Okay, here is my big thing with this episode. Nobody dies from the virus. All right, nobody.
Oh, except
on
for
the
that
internet,
kid, Wesley's
except
friend.
for that.
Yeah, Wesley's friend.
allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly,
he's totally
Yeah,
dead.
he
What,
never-
you really gonna...
we just never see him again. Anyway, nobody dies from this virus, but we're always
Yeah,
told
but
how.
this dude,
Guard the bridge.
Yeah.
that was bad enough. Sorry.
Well, it was whoever was standing in front of Worf. Might have died whenever he
Yeah,
did that.
right.
It's like a
vacuum guy.
Hayuken from
From
a Kame
Street
Kame
Fighter?
Ha,
Wow.
a Klingon Ha. But
Yeah.
anyway, nobody dies from this virus, but we're always told, well, somebody's going to die any minute now. But nobody does. So to me, that just robs the pandemic of all its stakes. But then they don't want to bring the people up to save them because they're afraid they may get sick.
Oh yeah, she's
They're
locked
going
down
to die
Yeah.
on the planet versus
Yeah.
getting sick up
Right.
on the Enterprise. I
Yeah,
would
I'll
go with the
take-
Enterprise.
I'll
That
take a
being
cold,
said-
thank you. Yeah.
That being said, if it was not possible to bring them to the Enterprise, why not beam them to a shuttle
Yeah.
and keep them off
yeah.
the Enterprise? Why
Yeah.
not detach the captain's yacht and keep them in there? There were so many simple ways
Other
that
options.
this episode could have been wrapped up without all of the drama that was required. It's kind of like the Turnabout Intruder, the one where Kirk split into two evil people. Enemy Within.
Yeah. The
Whenever Sulu's freezing to death on the planet and we can't fix the transporter, send a shuttle. Send a shuttle. Send a shuttle. Send a shuttle. Send a shuttle.
Yeah.
We haven't built those sets yet. I know, yeah. But yeah, I just thought that was just, no stakes to it at all. I've already talked about how they executed the vase, which I still don't understand why.
Yeah.
It was a gift from my mother-in-law. Kill that boss.
And you know this episode was written by men. 80s old, decrepit, deplorable men.
Yeah.
Whenever this society that has lasted for, as I can tell, generations and generations and generations, decides to change their ways just because a man spoke to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's so
let's see.
funny.
This was a shirtless stud episode, by the way, because not only does
Yeah.
not only does Riker get his goods out, Picard goes shirtless as well at one
That's
point.
right.
Which I'm just
That's
kinda
right.
like,
That's right.
Yeah.
I won't be
You know, there's one
upstaged by
moment
this
in
youngin'.
episode-
Look at
What's that?
these babies.
Yeah, right. What was that? That's
Bring
what
the
you
boy
said.
in here so that he may admire them as well.
Oh, Jesus.
There's one 30-second section in this episode. I think it's 30 seconds or 45 seconds where they cut from MacGyver. Mind you, we do get MacGyver in this episode. Did anyone notice Richard Anderson?
Oh, yeah. Show it,
Playing the
yeah.
head of the, here he is. Yeah.
Enterprise scanners did the rest.
Platinum, was it?
Oh,
He
He had a
looked like-
pocket knife. He was going to get him
Yeah.
out of trouble
Yeah.
just with the pocket knife.
Pocket knife and a paperclip. He kind of looked like a weird hybrid
Yeah.
of like Doogie Howser and MacGyver.
Yeah. But there's one scene you cut from him hugging his partner, and it cuts straight to Riker making out with Beta, and then it cut to straight to a shirtless Picard being looked after by Crusher. So it was just.
It
lot
was
of-
ladies' night on the
That's
Enterprise.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, there was a lot
Yeah.
of boom chaka wah happening.
Yeah. Welcome to Star Trek. We're going to probe this
That's right.
episode.
Yeah.
Star Trek: The Next Penetration.
yes. Or
All right.
I forgot why y'all post Operation Sex Change People. I'm old. I'm not. I'm
That
not
went over
sure.
my head, that one.
Yeah.
I'm not smart. All right, one last note. Here we go. This is just a little observation I made.
Yeah.
Riker could not wait to put on that outfit, and then later on in the episode, he couldn't wait to get out of it.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is, kids.
That was
Off
just,
like Riker's.
this was like male
outfit.
wish fulfillment. This entire episode, just
Totally.
male wish
Oh,
fulfillment.
it was-
You go
it
down
feels
to
like the whole episode was a kink.
Yeah, you go to this episode with these
Basically.
beautiful, tall,
Yeah.
strong women. You get to,
Yeah.
bed them all, and then you get to change their entire society because you want to talk to them. It is male wish fulfillment, and worse than that, it's
Yep.
old male wish fulfillment, which
This
is
is
the
a
worst
subcategory
kind.
on that site I keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You
is.
would know.
Totally.
Oh no. Oh no.
Man's
Oh,
going to
no.
do his research, Kate.
Yeah. All right, Annie, what do you want to say about this? Any extra points? Since we've missed your presence for so long, we want to give you the floor as much as possible.
I miss
This
you
is your
guys.
Beverly Crusher moment, okay?
I know. I do. I wish, like, I don't know, the way that she handled everything was like so pro. But yeah, I wanted, like, I think we all have a little PTSD from the pandemic. I wanted like some ensign to like run through the hall being like, I'm not gonna wear a mask, or like, you can't vaccinate me. I'm an ensign. Like, I get choices in this matter, or whatever. Like, I don't know. I
This
just wanted
virus has
something-
has a 100% survivability rate. No one has died. It doesn't exist.
It's just the flu. It's just the
Dr.
flu.
Crusher made it in the Wuhan lab.
It'll go away once the sun
Drink,
comes out. Once the sun comes out, it'll be totally fine. Don't worry.
Dr.
It'll
Crusher,
go
have
away.
you considered injecting us with
With cleaning.
cleaning fluid?
Maybe you put the stuff that you use, on the toilet in the body, like the sun. That will, if the COVID is killed by the sun.
No,
Put
we.
it-
Yeah,
we're gonna-
Armus doesn't show up for another few episodes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap it up, unfortunately. Oh, hey, Jason, did you say signs off? Did you say any other bits that you wanted to add?
No, we're good. Let's put this sucker to bed.
The agony is over.
Oh, that was a great pun, by the way.
Agonizing.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also going to sleep with Riker.
Absolutely.
Well, we have made it.
I
We've
wish
su-
I had something to look forward to, but I again don't next week. I've got to
What,
watch
Spock's
Spock's
Brain?
Brain now.
Well, I mean, we're gearing up for Lower Decks.
Yes, bring on Lower Decks because
Lower
I want to start watching things I actually really enjoy again. I'm
It
ready
occurs,
for
to,
it.
it occurs to me that whatever virus was ravaging the Enterprise was probably nothing compared to whatever virus Riker introduced into that population.
Oh yeah.
With the return of the clap.
Yeah.
That's right.
That planet after,
Yep.
after the
That's
Enterprise
why
is
it-
gone. Why do we have such a high STD rate all of a sudden? Space herpes.
Face herpes.
That's what someone should do. They should do a mock
So
documentary
funny.
interviewing all these victims of sexual disease they got from Riker.
Or children that
It's like
Riker's
a-
had across
where
the
they're
investigating
investigating
all these
the
babies with
crimes.
these full luxurious
These
beards.
beards, yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Wearing-
into their baby seats by putting their legs over them.
And then they try to interview Riker, and he's denying paternity. And
When it comes to baby Marklar, Commander Riker, you are the father. See?
we're gonna
You know
end
Jake
this. Getting
Sisko
out
would
of
be
control.
hosting that show. You know.
Oh
the-
yeah, totally.
100%. Oh, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's pump through the socials.
Yes. All right, here we go. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for downloading. If you're listening via our beautiful, brand new podcast fray. If you are looking for more from us, which is what you should be doing, you can follow me at to be seen at Captain Quadrant, Dis Dungeon, Spectrum Sanctorum. If you're looking for our good friend Jason Hatswell from Pop Culture Spread, you can find him at Pop Culture Spread or CQ Jason on all the wondrous socials, including Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitters, and all those fun things. If you're looking for fun with Annie, excuse me, or if you're looking to be saved, because Annie will save you, you can find her on Facebook and TikTok at Vulcan Diver. And if you're looking to be roasted on TikTok because you said something stupid, or if you have a sign that needs to be read because it's really poorly written,
Or you
make
just
sure you
want
reach
more
it.
of the moob.
Or if you want more of those moves, reach out to Jason on all things social at Jason Roy Gaston. And you can visit his website at jasongaston.net.
Or jasonroygaston.com. Both of them work.
Yeah, if you know his
still gonna
name,
add
you know
that.
where to find him.
Gotta add
Yes.
that.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, that's going to do it for us. I thank you for watching. We made it, guys. We got one more.
Made it.
We got
Made
one more. One more.
You
One
know,
more.
we applied ourselves. We didn't think we were going to make it,
Yeah.
and then we just did it.
We just did it. We pulled out a Kobayashi Maru.
That's right.
Kobayashi Maru is a no-win scenario. What are you talking about?
Yeah, watching these episodes has been a no-win scenario, dude.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, guys. Till next time.